Okay, to review what I said before, if we pick a factor like x minus or x plus 3, and so we say minus 3, if we do that and we get something that's not 0, okay, then we know x plus 3 not a factor. However, it's not without benefit. We know this other thing, that if I plug in minus 3, I'm going to get negative 16, okay? So, anyway, that's the remainder theorem. So just to emphasize that again for you, just in case you're curious. Then we're going to write the result of it. But I want you to think about what we're doing. So we're going to think about synthetic division. So we could just divide this long division like we had done. But we're going to say x is equal to 3. That's what would go with negative 3 to make 0. So we'll say 3. And then we'll say I'm going to divide, here's 1. And they left out x, so I have to put a 0. And then here's 9. Okay? So they left out the x, and that's where my 0, you understand, that's where the 0 comes from. They didn't put x in there. I have to take account for it. So I'll leave a space. I'll bring down my 1. I multiply by 3. And I say 3. And I add the 3 and the 0. And then I say 3 times 3. And that's 9. And for a minute there I thought, oh, it's going to be 0. But no, when I add I get 18. I'm not subtracting 9. So I get 18. So what does this mean? Well, when I divide by x minus 3, I don't get a nice even number. What I get is less than that, right? Less than x squared. It's just going to be x. And it's going to be minus, no, not minus, 3, plus 3. Why would I say minus? And then there's a remainder, 18 over the divisor. Well, here's the divisor right there. That's what I divided by. So 18, don't say over 3. You might be tempted to say over 3. It's 18 over x minus 3. Okay, and so I divided. And I know what would happen if I plugged in 3. Should I prove it? What happens if I plug in 3? F of 3. I'm plugging that in, and I get 3 squared plus 9. That's 9 plus 9. Hey, that is 18. It is 18. So maybe it's easier just to plug it in sometimes, but if it's a really long polynomial, maybe it's not. Could be useful. But anyway, here's the division, and we did it.